Now, for a closer look at how Lukashenko's crackdown has affected the pro-democracy movement in Belarus, I'm now joined from Vilnius by Svetlana Tsikhanouskaya, the now exiled leader of the opposition. So, Svetlana, thank you there for joining us here on Euronews tonight. First of all, how surprised were you about this forced landing of the Ryanair flight in Minsk this weekend?
We were not surprised. We were shocked by this accident because a week ago I flew back to Vilnius from Greece with the same flight. So I also could be in the same situation. And we couldn't even imagine, we didn't take care about our security because we couldn't imagine that this is possible, that a third country can force to land a flight just in the middle of its flight, deliberately.
So obviously this changes things for you in terms of the security and of yourself and other members of the opposition. But what does it tell you, though, about Lukashenko's state of mind?
It's his huge mistake that he involved the passengers of other countries into this accident because he rose again awareness about the situation in Belarus. And though I have to say that thank you for your support and for your assistance and for your quick and strong response to the situation. But I have to say that you have to look at this very situation not separately from overall political situation in Belarus, because we have political and humanitarian crisis. People are still being tortured. And what we have seen with this flight is the result of impunity of regime, because since December there were not strong events or conferences or strong steps from democratic countries toward the regime, and he felt that he can do everything he wants. So that's this right the moment when democratic countries should put more and more pressure on the regime to make him to protect world from his influence.
But what kind of pressure are you asking for then? I mean, the EU has already agreed on new sanctions at the meeting in Brussels.
Yeah, that's the leverage that can influence regime and let political prisoners to be released. And we grateful that and we hope, and Belarusian people hope, that the fourth sanction list will be imposed in the nearest future, and the fifth sanction list will be prepared until regime will start to talk to civil society of Belarus.
Do you think that these sanctions and now also the blocking of Belarusian airspace will actually help democracy in Belarus?
It will help in our fight for democracy. It will help to put pressure on the regime for them to understand that there is no other way out of this situation, of this political crisis, only free and fair elections after fraudulent elections in August, because Lukashenko is illegitimate in the eyes of Belarusian people. He's illegitimate in the eyes of all democratic countries, but he's escalating the repressions inside Belarus. And this attention from democratic countries and political isolation of Lukashenko and sanctions and raising awareness about Belarusian situation, organizing different conferences about Belarus, for sure it will lead to understanding that we have to negotiate about new elections.
I want to ask you about Roman Platasevich. I mean, we've seen this new video of him being released by the Belarusian authorities last night. You yourself actually were made to release a video at the election commission there in Minsk, and then you left the country and released a different video. What do you think is happening to Roman Platasevich right now, and what's behind this new video that where he was speaking and his father said these are not his words?
a lot of people in Belarus now how it is to testify against himself or herself. These videos are shooting in the result of pressure, physical or moral. And we see that Roman's face in bruises, behind the makeup, but still his nose is broken and his skin is blue. So evidently he was tortured and beaten. And the other video from his girlfriend also was in public today, where she also testifying against herself. So, for sure, they are not guilty, and they under pressure had to give this to send these messages. But people in Belarus understand what is behind the scene.
Tsikhanouskaya, thank you so much there for joining us here on Euronews tonight.